All right.
Is this 24, like I said?
Yeah. Hello everyone. We're back. Back again.
Let me see.
Loners back. Tell a friend.
Hey, Max, go to your bed.
Our dog
No
threw up on
respect.
our couch yesterday. We have couch covers when we leave, and the one spot he
Can you-
threw up was on the spot that we didn't have covered. So guys, some big news. We hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
I know it's pretty wild to think that we hit 1,000 subscribers, but we appreciate it. And I know we say this, but we actually we are kind of right on the cusp of like a total recovery of being sick. So I think we're gonna spend like a few hours going through the comments and like
We've also been very busy. My birthday was this past weekend.
yes,
Um,
everyone tell her happy birthday in the comments.
Please don't do that. Thanks. We're not going to talk about it.
So like we were saying, thank you guys for the subscribe count. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all the engagement and that you guys are enjoying us.
We are reading through the comments.
We just need to take the time to like actually respond, but we don't want to just be like, if it's a long comment, we don't want to be like, thanks. Like that's
Sometimes, yeah, like when we started getting a lot, I was just like, you're running through them and you're responding, and then it's just I'm just like, crap, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it. Yeah, there's a lot.
And
but
then
we
I feel
really,
bad for responding to some and not all. So then
Yeah.
I end up being like, okay, well, let me just wait.
So we'll spend some time going through as much as we can. We really will.
Again,
I promise.
first world problems.
I know. Sorry.
I say that every episode.
But yeah, I also we did just kind of want to mention the situation in Iran right now with the women there. We just want to put it on people's radar still, and just like we'll put
They need
links.
people to speak for them.
Yeah.
Because the internet's down right now. I think
Yeah, so I have
Elon is trying to.
my uncle's wife, Shireen. They live in Dallas, and she can't speak to her family right now because the internet is down, and they're not able to get in contact with each other. So
Which
yeah.
is terrifying because
Yeah, I know she doesn't.
it keeps
know
us
for
in the
sure.
dark
Yeah, like
about
what's going on with her close relatives. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there's been a few more women who have passed away at protests.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's just,
We'll leave
Parents-
links below if you want to read up on what's happening and just inform
just
yourself.
stay informed. Don't keep quiet about this. I know that there's always something going on in the world. It
Yeah,
really feels like
yeah.
that nowadays, especially because of how quickly we can transfer
out.
information
Yeah.
now at social media. But we can't keep quiet about this.
Yeah.
This is, I know this sounds cliche, but this is actually history in the making. This is going to change the course of Islam, I feel like, for probably forever, at least for the rest of our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, as an American, it might sound ignorant to speak on this, but at the end of the day, religion is what it is. And I feel like religion should be a choice just as much as anything else in this world. Should be a human right. You get to decide if you want to follow X,
Yeah.
Y, and Z, or how deeply you want to follow that religion. I know there's every religion, there's rules and guidelines, but there's also
Limits
I guess
to that.
passes. You'll see people that are I don't even know about the Jewish culture. They'll follow the Jewish culture to this degree, but when it comes to certain things, they'll be I can break that today, right? Or Ramadan, some people won't fast,
Yeah.
or they'll find little loopholes, whatever, here and there. We know some people that is their whole life religion, and we know that there are other people who follow it a little more loosely, and they, I think at the end of the day, it's just you should be able to decide what you're practicing and how heavily you are practicing it. And again,
Yeah.
I don't want to as just an outsider's perspective. I just feel like if I was in that position, I would feel betrayed by our government, after they kill a woman,
Yeah.
and at least she died in their custody. I don't know if their intent was to kill her, but They haven't spoken
apparently the
anything
way
about it. They haven't said like this was a mistake on our part. They
no,
haven't
but
said
they
any
did
of
say that she was like her body was pretty beat up.
Oh yeah, they did, and then
Yeah.
they
So
I think they
someone-
told her parents they were just taking her in for a couple hours, and then she ended up dying in their custody because she went
Yeah.
into a coma, and
Yeah, that's insane.
and now there are people just dying in the street.
Yeah, I've seen
Protesting.
at least 3 women who were
Like
very
they're not
young.
even hiding it anymore.
Who
They're
were
just
very young that have died now because of protesting. Yeah. It's a sad
it's fucked up.
situation. But
It's very fucked up, and again, like your religion is sacred to you. That's completely understandable. But like, I don't know. Just like to me, the Middle East and all the issues about religion have never made sense to me ever since I was a kid. Never have made sense to me, and I know that it's gonna come off extremely ignorant. Probably because I wasn't forced to practice anything.
I'm sure you'd probably maybe I don't know, you wouldn't have a different view if you were born there, but you would just
I mean, when you're birds of a feather. So like when you are conditioned and brought up in a certain type of household, or especially like a country that is telling you this is how the world is and this is what you need to practice, who are you to not who are you, but like at what point are you going to start questioning things for yourself? I just think a lot of women to some degree felt when they were wearing a hijab or practicing their religion, I feel like to an extent they almost felt like they were doing it by choice, versus now it's like very apparent that you're forced to do that. Like anyway,
so Linda picked this video today, and
is that your way of saying if you guys don't like it, it's my fault?
I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I was trying to do something that's a little more lighthearted, okay, that still keeps on brand with like
the the
cultural
differences between
okay,
so,
but yes,
what
it's
is,
just the world has felt not
I know,
bearable lately.
Yeah.
And that's someone with privilege speaking that. So
USA versus Europe, Guide to Cultural Differences. This is by a channel called Honest Guide. So yeah, we are going to
thanks for
react
listening
to
me ramble, because I feel like I am always I have a very tough time of getting what I'm trying to say out without 1, offending anyone, 2, sounding like a complete fucking idiot, even though I feel like I'm stupid for a lot of the shit that I'm saying.
You're not stupid, man.
But yeah, mainly my last intention is to offend anyone, because if I'm gonna offend someone, it's because I'm purposely trying to, not because I'm
like by accident.
I don't accidentally offending someone is not a good feeling.
Okay, so we're going to react to this video, and we have not seen this yet.
Yes. USA versus Europe, Guide to Cultural Differences.
And here we go. And away we go.
Hey there, we are guides from Prague, Czech Republic, and this is one of our favorite pubs. But somebody just recently left a nasty review complaining about the fact that the waiter simply asked them, "You want a beer?" The waiter brought the beer, and then once the person was finished, they brought another beer, and this guy was complaining about it. What is he talking about? That's the best thing. Once you're finished with your beer, they bring another one. So for me, from the perspective of a Czech European, that's a good sign. For an American, that may be kind of weird or rude. So today we want to talk about cultural differences between our country, our city, and United States of America. First of all, you may be surprised what the beer looks like. Well, we have a video dedicated only to that. And second, when I walked in, I didn't look at a beer menu or something that may be quite common in the United States, where you have different beers on tap. Most pubs and restaurants in Czech Republic will have one brewery on tap in the pub. So that's why you can walk in and just say, "I'll have one." So I kind of like that. You walk into a pub and...
As a Libra who can't make decisions,
that's great for you.
That is great. Like, if there's more than 3 choices, I will...
She has like a meltdown.
I don't have a meltdown, but I am just like...
I'm just kidding.
Someone decide for me. I'm not just someone else do it. Like, I don't like... I will tell myself that decision will like alter the course of the next like 3 years of my life.
Yeah, that's so funny. We do have a lot of choices going to all the bars and stuff, there's like 10 beers. Sometimes there's a place we went to.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of places.
We went to a place the other day in Silver Lake
What,
that
the
had
screens?
77 beers.
Why? We don't need that many.
77 beers.
Less is more.
You don't have million choices, you just say one. In US, not only you have a choice of beers that are on tap, quite often there's 5, 10, 20, but also they will ask you, do you want draft or bottle? What kind of question is that? The reason you go to a pub is to get beer on tap, to get draft beer. If you want bottle,
I do think beer tastes so much better out of a glass, like out of a, like on tap. It just tastes so much better. Yeah.
bottled beer, you go to a supermarket.
To me, it's beer.
So for us, that's a big cultural difference that quite often we don't understand. Now, a beer here costs 55 crowns. Let's call that $2.50 to round it up. If you go to a stadium, to a sports event here in Prague, it's going to cost around $3.
Oh, wow.
Well, nothing like that in US. If you go to a pub, it may cost $5, $6. And you go to a stadium, and it can cost $10, $15, even $20.
Yeah, at sports stuff, it's concerts. It's ridiculous. When we were in Vegas the other day, they had to raise prices of alcohol because of the inflation.
We were literally
and stuff.
basing bets on how much a can of beer was going to be.
And we went to like Target before and got a bunch of the mini liquors and just like.
Oh yeah, we snuck in mini liquor and just were like asking for soda to like.
We didn't want to pay $20 for a beer.
It was $15 for was it 16 ounce or a 12? I think it was a 12 ounce can.
Yeah.
Was $15. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I think even at like the stadiums, they're probably like $10, maybe 12, for about the same size, like a 12 ounce. Restaurants, 5 or 6 is generous.
Yeah.
I feel like they're usually like $7 or $8.
Well, here we live in
Unless you're happy
California
hour.
too, though. So like if you go to a cheaper state, you might get beer for like $5 or $6.
That makes sense. Yeah, we definitely live in a.
Because it looked like he
busier-
was in New Orleans,
Yeah, it did, which is still touristy.
but
like,
it's a lot cheaper than California.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Continue.
$50. Honza hates it. Whenever he goes to a sports event, he's always shocked with the price of the beer. I myself, when I travel to US, I usually don't go to sports events, but I like amusement parks. And just recently, I visited Universal Studios. It was the most expensive beer I ever had in my life. $15.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. Now, I understand that going to amusement park, you don't go there for beer, you go there for the rides, but still $15? Dude, it was insane. Why did I do that? Also, fun fact,
That's
I did
how I
not
was
take a
in
picture of
Vegas.
the beer, but I did take a picture of the receipt. Now, the price of the beer, as I said at the amusement park, was $15, but I was asked to pay more than $16. Why? It said 15. Well, tax was not included. What is this?
What? Wait, so for you guys out there, that's not a normal thing to have your tax like that, like at the end of the thing?
No, some places don't have tax. There's even some states.
Or it's already included in the final price?
Yeah, but like, no, they're not gonna be like it's $16.43 for a beer. No, you know what I'm saying?
Why not just make it easy and already like calculate in the tax and then just be like 15 flat?
Because they need to. Brian, it's America.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, aren't there some? I'm just gonna sound really dumb right now. America's a big country, okay? So excuse me if I don't know. It's not like we have. I feel like we have more state laws than we do federal. Like, not many things apply federally. Okay,
I could see that.
So
They let each
when
state
it
just do it
comes
how they want to do it.
to that,
Yeah.
I know some places don't have state tax. Does that include food and beverage, or does that only include like?
I believe it includes everything.
Okay,
I
so
believe.
there are
I don't know.
some states, I think. I can't name them because I probably have never been because they're probably not
I'm trying
destination
to think.
spots.
I know Texas doesn't have state income tax.
That's income, yeah.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember if it's on sales and
Is
other
it
stuff.
Washington? No, that's income tax too, I think. They don't have
But also Vegas.
Yeah, I
Vegas
don't know.
doesn't have state tax. On like state income tax.
income.
Yeah.
Maybe there isn't a state that doesn't have like
I don't
actual
know. That's a
state,
good question. We need to look that up and
like shopping tax. That's
Yeah.
so
All right.
wow. The more you know.
Let us
Anyway.
know though in your guys' country if that happens, like if you guys don't deal with tax or it's already included into the
I'm almost certain most places they don't in Europe.
or it's already included into the final price.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think the number you see is what you pay.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no surprise.
That's a lot better. I hate it when I'm like, okay, it's gonna be $10, and then it comes out to fucking
Like
$14.29
yeah.
because it's $4 of tax. And
I was
I'm just
gonna-
like, oh my god.
I was also gonna ask. This is gonna sound such American thing if this doesn't exist elsewhere. Do you guys have like happy hour anywhere?
I would think they do.
Because I have never heard a foreigner say the term happy hour.
You might
So-
not call it happy hour. You might just be like, oh, it's like it's just like from 3 to 5 p.m. they have like this deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of restaurants and bars will have happy hour, which means like discounted alcohol or discounted like appetizers between this time to this time on this day or every day, like whatever. Peak periods that they will try to have a discounted
Yeah,
rate.
to get more people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know if that's a thing.
Drop it down below.
This about? We go to a place, and I'm not only talking restaurants, but any store, shop, and the price tag is the final price
Yeah.
you pay. It says 55 here, it's gonna cost 55. They include the tax. Why don't you do that in US?
Thank you.
Why?
Yeah, thank you.
It's
I
just
agree.
sad.
It's sad.
Stupid.
I mean, imagine me. I'm 11 years old. I have my first dollar ever, and I walk into a dollar store looking forward to buy something for
I know
a
that
dollar.
feeling.
I pick up the item, go to the register, $1.50. What? It's a dollar store. Everything costs $1, not dollar store plus tax. Now let's switch from drinks to food.
funny.
In any place, you can get some food, right? Mostly you pick something from the menu and no further questions will be asked. Well, in
Amazing.
US, quite often they will ask you how you want it customized. Do you want bacon? Do you want that
That is
cheese? Do you
true.
want this cheese? Do you want this or that and that? It gets quite confusing for us. And you can imagine me being 11 years old in US, in New Jersey, first walking to a restaurant,
He's so
ordering a
cute.
burger.
Yeah, he's a cute
Very
kid,
much
that's
looking
funny.
forward to it. And they asked me, how do you want your burger done? I said,
Cooked.
I don't know, very well done. Thinking that they would make it completely. Yeah, you can imagine what happened.
Fucking
They brought
burned.
this
Yeah.
black piece of meat that was unedible. And all my friends had a laugh about it. Now, to be fair, if you go to a restaurant in Prague nowadays and you will have a burger, they will ask you how you want it done. But once again, the fact that you can customize anything at a restaurant in US is very uncommon for us here. So if you come to a pub or a restaurant in Czech Republic, don't expect that you can customize every single item on the menu. That's why there's a
They'll
menu.
probably look at you like, I hate this person. Like having to change up every little thing. I would too.
I mean, yeah, same.
with things that you pick from. I really hope we didn't lose our subscribers from the United States. We love you guys. So to say something that we consider to be amazing in US that we don't have here is water. Free water at a restaurant,
wow.
at a bar, anywhere. You sit down at a table, and in US, you get a glass of
We
water.
have one for us.
Never happens in the Czech Republic, ever. Not only that,
No.
if you ask for tap water, quite often they will say, no, we don't serve tap water. And you will get a tiny little bottle of water that you will pay for $2, $3, $4. It's ridiculous. I know a restaurant where I go to, and I will always say, can I get tap water? And they're like, no, we can't do that. We can only sell you a bottle. And I quite often say, I'll pay you the same price that I'll pay for the bottle for tap water. Like, no, we can't do that. Crazy.
That's
Why
so
do we-
interesting.
We don't, it's not tap water. One, it is free. It's still water, but it's filtered. Like, to me, okay, maybe this is like a language barrier thing too. Maybe tap water for him is
But I don't know.
still water.
Wait, if anyone is from Czech Republic or any like areas around there, does this happen to you too? Like just to let us know.
What?
And then like where they don't just give water like that.
They don't. Or,
In Italy,
they ask
they
you.
didn't?
They say still or sparkling. And
No, I
they
know the
tell
still
them-
or sparkling, but still like they can't give you just a glass of water for free. That's what he's saying. They don't do that there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So
Tap water for us is like you go to your sink where you wash dishes and you lift it, and that's tap water straight out of the pipes.
yeah. But a lot of
they
other
don't give you
countries
that at
have
restaurants.
better water than we do.
True. I mean, if you go up to the mountains, even here, you could have cleaner water.
Yeah, because it comes from like the springs and
But I
stuff.
still don't think restaurants are giving you that.
I don't know. But if you're from Czech Republic or anywhere around there, let us know. Like, do you guys have a water situation that it's like that we don't know about or anything? Like, let us know so we can get informed about it.
What do you mean water situation?
Well, maybe otherwise I don't see why they wouldn't just give people water. It makes no sense.
Money, but it is
It's
weird
weird
about the bottle because that's such a waste of
Yeah,
plastic.
it's really strange. So yeah, just let us know.
I don't remember. I don't know. I mean, we haven't traveled that much. We've traveled a little here and there, but
But every other country
I've
we went to,
never-
I'm sure they gave us water.
yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Alright.
like we're just confusing ourselves. But yes, I've never heard of no tap or still or just like plain Jane water
Yeah.
that isn't in a bottle for free.
Should I skip the ad?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, person who has this channel.
I know.
This in restaurants and pubs, because that may be a bit of a shock for you when you come to Prague.
So pretty.
Yes, quite often it is rude and not polite at all. That's also a huge difference for us when we go to US and a waitress will come to our table and she will introduce herself and she will smile and she will maybe recommend something from the menu. That would never happen. I mean, it's changing, don't get me wrong. Service is getting better. But if you go to like a local place, a dive bar, which I would consider this place to be, quite often they'd be grumpy and it takes a long...
Sorry, quick comment. I think the reasoning, and I think this is pretty obvious if you're from America, people aren't just happy here 24/7. I know a lot of other countries are just like, oh my God, why are Americans always so smiley? Honey, they want that tip.
Well, yeah.
The fact that they have to work for like
I think we're good
an
at putting on the face to
we
get
can
the tip.
turn it on and
Yeah,
off
exactly,
depending
yeah.
on who's in the room. It's unfortunate for work. We are taught to like put your shit to the side and put on
Yeah.
a fake face when you are serving people.
Yep.
That doesn't go without being said. You should always just generally be nice and respectful to anyone you're
Yeah.
interacting with.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's not most of the time. That's not just like they're just not they're not having the best day ever. They want that tip from you because that's the main source of their income.
Yeah, because a lot of times if people get in like waitress and waiter jobs and bartender jobs, they get a really low hourly pay, and then the tips are supposed to make up for it. So that's why they have to do that. So the
Yes.
tips will make more than usually their hourly pay.
Yes, they're selling their personality.
Yeah.
Takes a long time for them to get to know you, and after maybe a 20th visit, they will share a little smile with you.
It's funny.
Not like in US. First time visitor, oh, I love coming you to our restaurant. My name is Wendy. Can I take your order? Hi, Wendy. Speaking of Wendy, when I was first called darling or honey in a restaurant in US, I was like, she really loves me.
I know
She just
this guy
called me
thinks like
darling.
that.
I like that. I mean, I like the bartender here, but he never calls me darling. Let's make it stay that way, okay? We're tough guys. Even though the two of us consider the service at places in the United States very good and very nice and very polite, there is one thing that we consider to be very rude. And that is, you're finishing your meal or maybe you're halfway through and suddenly a bill lands on your table. What is that? Are you kicking me out? That would never happen here. Any business, restaurant, pub, coffee place tries to keep you in the place as long as possible. You're done with your meal, they'll offer you a dessert. You're done with your dessert, they will offer you coffee. You're done with your coffee, maybe you want to start over and have another appetizer. In other words, they want to keep you in as long as possible. You have to ask for the bill. In US, very often, you're halfway through, here's your bill. I'm like, well, maybe I want another something. No, the bill is already on the table. Just weird.
Yeah, I think it depends where you go. If you're in like a nicer restaurant, they're gonna try to keep you there if you're like getting stuff already. But
That's
like,
rare though. Those are like restaurants where
yeah, I guess it's
like
true.
you're paying a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of places that we have been to, I have like noticed like I'll get like one beer or something, and they'll already present the check, and I'm like, I just got one beer.
This
like,
is what they'll say. If you're just getting alcohol, they'll say
you're gonna close out or keep
yes.
it going.
They're
Yeah.
like, all right, that's one this, one that. Do you want me to keep your tab open? That's basically them saying, are you gonna get more or not? Because if not, you're closing out right now.
Yeah.
Which is normal, I think here. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. And wherever you guys are from, let us know like how the bar situation is when you guys walk into like a pub or a bar, and like you order a beer. Like, are they all like, do you want to keep it open? Do you
It seems like
or do they
they're-
just like keep it going? Like, do they just like, and then whenever you're ready, you just like tell them.
That's what it seems like. It seems like it's more hospitable. They're just kind of like, I do want to know why they want you there longer. Like, why isn't it there?
Because they know that they'll have more business from you.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, that does make sense, because if you are staying around longer, you're gonna end up getting hungry eventually. Whereas here, it's, we need your table for the next group.
That's they try to flip it real quick.
Yeah, they're like, we need the next round to come in so that we can get their tip too.
Yeah, and a lot of places out here now, especially after COVID, they have like a limited time that you can be in a table. Like I
think it's like 90 minutes.
Yeah, some places are like, because whenever you're doing like bottomless mimosas or bottomless drinks or anything, they're like, you can only be here for 90 minutes and then you have to go.
Also, I want to know, do you guys have bottomless
beverages,
like alcoholic beverages?
Like you pay one time and then you can just get unlimited amount of them?
Yeah, you pay a flat fee.
And then unlimited drinks.
Like here, they'll be like $30 and you could have unlimited mimosas.
Yeah.
And are mimosas a thing?
I'm sure. I don't know.
See,
honestly,
I don't know.
That's a good question. You guys let us know.
Sorry.
Let us
Okay,
know.
we're going down the rabbit
We'll
hole.
continue.
Speaking of the bill, let's dive into tipping. And that can create some big issues because that's a big cultural difference. In US, quite often we get asked, do you want to tip 15, 18, 20, 25%? Which for us is like, whoa, that's a lot. A quarter of the bill just tips because it's a tip-based country or tip-based business. In Czech, that used to be very different. I mean, my dad would only round up the bill to the next higher number. If the bill was 99, he would round it up to 100. I believe most of our dads.
Okay, not the next one, but like we decide what we're going to do for tip and then we round it up to a certain number.
Yeah, you decide what your tip's going to be, and then you round it up. He's saying he takes the bill and just rounds the dollar up.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Let us, like in other places, I'm guessing you do get paid a little higher hourly wage, so to compensate for that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Some mothers still do that. Nowadays, it's changing even here, and tipping goes from 10% higher if you're satisfied with the service. If the service is really bad, some people will simply not tip. If that would happen in the US, that you would not leave a single cent on a tip, I've experienced people running out of the restaurant and be like, what happened? What did we do wrong? Like, why did you not tip? So tipping is very, very different, and I'm curious what you will say about that in the comments. Whatever country you're from, I want to read what's the average tipping in your country. Now, this cultural difference is not only huge.
Also, if you have a table, most restaurants, if you have a table of 6 or more, they'll automatically add the tip to your bill. Yeah. So you don't even get a choice. They're going to be like, no, you're giving us at least X, Y, and Z.
What I consider to be evil, and that is packaging and garbage in general. I'm not talking about if you go to a place where it's a takeout or you go to a fast food. Yes, they put it in a paper bag, either if you're in US or here. But I'm talking about if you go to a restaurant and they create so much garbage, so much waste, even though you're at a restaurant. Quick example. Mostly if you get a drink at a bar in the US, they put a napkin under it. Yeah. So it soaks the moist that's running under it. Well, that's for one use only. Afterwards, they will throw away the napkin.
Yeah.
How about they use coasters?
That's so
because you can reuse the coaster. And that's just one very simple example. Another one is if you order a ketchup.
This man is solving
No, he's
world
absolutely
problems
right.
Here. It's so true. I never even thought about it.
Working in the culinary industry, it drives me fucking crazy, especially during COVID, how much we waste.
Yeah.
So much. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then people that you give this stuff to, even if they don't use it, they'll just throw it away because, like, what are they gonna do? Give it to the next person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, why don't more bars and restaurants out here have coasters that they can just have out?
It's a few. I've seen some smaller gastro pubs have it.
I've only seen like where they give you napkins underneath.
I've seen both, but
that's interesting.
By far, I definitely see the napkins more. Unfortunately.
All right. Honest guide, solving problems. Here we go.
Order a ketchup at this place, they will bring it, either a bottle, some places in US do that too, or they put it in a ceramic cup that they clean afterwards. Not that they grab 20 ketchups and throw them next to your burger. Or even in McDonald's in Czech Republic, you pay for every single tiny packaging of any sauce, any ketchup. So you think about if you want one or two. In US, can I get some ketchup? Here you go, here's a million ketchups in tiny little bags. No, don't do that. True. I mean, you guys are going all Michael Bay packaging. Like, hey, yeah, that's a plastic bag. Let's put it in a paper bag and let's put more packaging and pack it up. You want it to go? Yeah, let's pack it up more. Whew.
He has a really good point.
Yeah.
When we picked up from a fast food place the other day, I said, yeah, hot sauce, and they just threw like a ton in there. But also the thing I noticed that is so different with other places is the size of our drinks and the size of our things.
We just had this conversation the other day.
So if I get a medium drink at a fast food place, it's giant. It's like what you guys would consider like an extra large in most other countries.
I wish I had like a picture, but Google this, okay? Google Panda Express large cup, okay? It is bigger than my head, okay?
It is.
It is. I think the other day when my cousin was here, we got like Del Taco because we were drinking. So we went and we got some freaking fast food. And they both got drinks medium, okay? And the next day, most of it was still in the cup. And I was like, are you guys going to drink this or not? Because I'm going to throw it out. And both of them were like, no.
It was a waste.
That is not a medium cup. That is a large cup.
A waste of sugar liquid.
Huge.
Waste of sugar liquid.
I know. It's kind of sad. It's like now you're wasting the drink, you know?
Yeah.
And then like the cup too. Like no one drinks that much. And if you do, get help because that's a lot. That's a lot of soda.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's a big thing. All right, we'll continue.
I don't get it.
Meanwhile, in Europe, yeah, let's get rid of plastic straws. They really destroy the universe. There's going to be one hell of a discussion under this video.
The one thing I hate that they're doing a lot is the paper straws.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
That
When
does
you're
suck.
drinking something, after like 10 minutes, it's just, you can't even
Mush.
drink it anymore because it's just, it's just like.
I've seen these avocado pit straws that are great. They're durable. They last. They are made of avocado pits. Pretty sure they're a little more pricey, but it's like the pit's going to get thrown out. Like, just make it work. I don't know.
Use the pit.
But I remember when we were kids that, like, chopping down trees was, like, the crisis. Like, oh, now they're chopping down rainforests to make paper products.
I do remember that, too, yeah.
And now that there's the plastic issue, which both are fair. Like, they're both issues, you know, and, and wasteful. but
I think we're not going about it the right way.
Moderation, I think. I think we have to pick and choose where plastic is necessary and where it's not.
Yeah.
Same with paper. There's a lot, you know, and don't use one where the other one could be more necessary. That way, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we are creatures of consumption and we're very fucking wasteful.
Yes. That we are.
Anyway.
Continue.
absolutely love you guys from US, and I love going to US, just so you know. We both do. Please don't cancel my ESTA. Now let's drop the beer for a minute and let's talk about coffee and coffee culture differences between USA and Europe. Triggered already?
Iced
Well, you'll
coffee.
get triggered more. Yes, in Europe, we do not consider this to be a cup of coffee. That's a gallon of coffee. If it's more than a gallon, it's not coffee. This is a cup of coffee. By the way, shocker, they have a cup of coffee in this pup. It's served in a ceramic cup. It's this size. You have a plate under it.
That's just an espresso over here. That is not a coffee.
So
sorry.
I drink coffee every morning, and I do it in like a
mug,
an American-sized mug.
You ever watch Gilmore Girls? One of those. A mug.
Yeah.
Wait, they don't. What you drink tea out of, we drink coffee out of.
Well, when we were in Italy, they had cups that were like the cappuccinos. They were pretty big.
They were tiny.
They were, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm just remembering wrong.
I know.
So I guess
we haven't traveled in so long. It's kind of sad.
That's why I guess my stomach gets upset too much because I'm drinking like too
you
big
also
of a
need to
portion
coat
of coffee.
your tummy with like water first. Yeah. Brian would just go in straight in the morning, drink some coffee.
I get that coffee raw.
I'm like, please drink water before coat your tummy first. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Noise when you put it down. You sometimes even get a spoon with it so you can mix your little espresso. And this is how you drink it. Not a gallon. Doesn't fit in your car so you can drive and sip on your little coffee soup throughout the day. Big difference, big shocker for us when we go to places in US and they simply don't serve something like this. hold your horses. I know that coffee culture in US is changing depending on which state you live in, if you live in a city and so on. But still mostly people think this is coffee and you cannot get this. It's sad for us Europeans. Can I get a cup of coffee? You want venti, grande, grande XL, grande XXXX?
He is talking about like Starbucks and shit, but like we don't really like Starbucks that much. Like we'll go to other
Starbucks
places.
sucks.
We'll go to other places that are like small places that are like more interesting and they have better like flavors.
We
and
like
stuff
small businesses when it comes to like coffee or cafes and stuff.
Yeah.
I will say it's still like we still have like
Big portions.
larger portions
Yeah.
than European
Yeah.
coffee. So
Grande XXXXL. Like the Italians drink it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now this next cultural difference may sound weird, but I believe it should be addressed. And that is restrooms and toilet sizes in restaurants and pubs. And I'm not talking about the actual seat size, but I'm talking about you have a big pub and there's one toilet. There's like one restroom for the entire pub where there's like hundreds of
Yeah,
people.
I've seen that a few
And
times.
the stalls where you can like sit
See
to do
people.
number 2 are very like see-through. Like there's no privacy. Like there's no door at the bottom. Like if somebody peeks, they can see you. Yeah, it's kind of strange. And girls talk
It
about
is.
that a lot. Both.
it's weird and uncomfortable because if you've never been here or seen stalls like this, it's like, okay, you'll close the door and there's like on both sides of the door, there's still like a little bit of room. Most
Yeah.
places, not every place, but this is like pretty common.
If you've come to
And if
America,
somebody walks by,
yeah,
they
that's
can
what I was
see.
saying.
It is weird if you stop and look at someone. Like,
No, no,
no
no.
one does that,
No,
but it's just, it doesn't feel as like private.
yeah, it
as
doesn't feel
could.
private at all. Yeah. So I was saying like when you're sitting on the stall and you're sitting in the stall and you're going, and someone walks by and that little like area of like that you can see through and your eyes just hit each other and you're like,
I don't look out there.
that's happened to me a few times.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's just funny. All right, let's continue.
It's funny, but it's also kind of like annoying. And there's people out here who don't go to the restroom in public. Like they will not bring themselves to do it. And I think they're just shy because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Both our girls talk about it, how like it's kind of weird that people can't really see you. So that's a big difference. If there's a big pub,
And this is not just at pubs. This is in schools. This is like
everywhere.
This is like elementary, high school.
Yeah.
Like that's how the restrooms are. It's like,
Yeah.
why are we not being
Updating
more
it.
private
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like even minors? You
I
know
think
what
there's
mean?
a lot of things that are already in place that they know it would be so much work to go
It
back
would.
and redo
Why
it.
can't you just add? Like, just close that little gap in each. Like, why?
Yeah.
Who decided that that was a good idea and is still continuing to manufacture it like that way? Like, I don't understand.
big pub here, it has many restrooms, many toilets, and it can
Wow, they're all the
you
way
know,
down. They're
do
closed.
the business people need
Wow.
and accommodate
There's a
many
few
people.
places
That
like
seems
that.
way more private.
It makes
And of
too
course,
much
the ones we
sense.
mentioned are not the only cultural differences between our continents. There's many more. We can talk about different units. We can talk about different forms of transportation, how we move around cities and countries, how big are our cars and your cars, and many more topics. So let us know in the comments if you want us to cover more topics. And while
Yes.
you're there, please don't be mad at us. This was not made to insult you, only to give you perspectives on our culture habits and your cultural habits that we experience when we go over to your lovely continent that we love to visit. But sometimes we're just like,
What?
that's weird. We're the honest dudes from Prague. That dude's name is Honza. My name is Janek. We go by The Honest Guide, our channel full of content. So if you're planning to come to Prague, Europe, check out our videos. We do scams, we show you beers, we show you restaurants, coffee places, and cultural differences. I'll see you next week, Sunday.
Cool. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, honest guide.
And we're not offended at all because
No, yeah, it's cool.
We agree with you.
Well, no, I mean like there's things that we also do like about America.
Yeah, like
But-
my iced coffee. And also, I know there are places in Europe, not like restaurants, but like if you just kind of want to like go use the restroom somewhere.
Yeah, they make
like,
you have to pay.
They're like, pay up.
That in Italy, it was so hard to go into a restroom and just use the restroom. Like they were getting so offended that we just wanted to use the restroom. That's starting to happen here even now sometimes.
Yeah, they don't charge you,
They're
but they'll be like,
only for
restrooms
customers,
customers
yeah.
only.
Yeah.
It's like, Tell it to my uterus, okay? Because I don't get to decide what I have to do.
But yeah, we hope you guys like this one.
I know it wasn't as
like political
controversial.
but yeah, we just wanted to. We're gonna do a lot of these and just talk and stuff like that. And
I enjoy doing this. I love seeing different like perspectives and then also like experiences that other people have.
Yeah.
In other places.
We should also recollect like when we went to like Italy and other parts of Asia and stuff, and we should like just do one podcast maybe about like.
I feel like we've spoken about our experiences already though.
Yeah.
In both.
But maybe not in detail.
I'm pretty sure we have. I'm pretty sure one of our videos was just like literally us.
Well, all right then.
We can look into it if not. I could be wrong. Maybe it was for something else. I don't know.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed that. We're glad that you made it into the Loner Central over here. I'm just making stuff up. Sorry. This is the Loners Hub. Loners Hub. Oh no, wait, that sounds too much like Pornhub.
Yeah, can we just not?
All right.
Thank you for coming and thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, tell us if you do like this style a little more. Whatever that means. Just more about
it's a little more like lighthearted,
laid back.
Yeah.
Whatever. We still like our other like more political type topics as well. But
we're good. We don't want it to
always
talk
be
about
heavy.
it all. Yeah, exactly.
And
sometimes you just want a good little laugh with perspective.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are having a great week and gonna have a great weekend. And yep.
Take it easy, guys. Stay loners. That doesn't sound good.
Don't worry about what he just said.
Thank you all the people that subscribed. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yes.
And
appreciate you.
Turn on the notifications, like, subscribe. Do it for us. Okay? Do it for yourself too. All right. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.